Let's go Broncos! The buzz is heating up behind the scenes at the Denver Broncos, and I've got some major updates to break down with you. We all know the Broncos are gunning for a Super Bowl run, and to make that happen, Sean Payton is going to need a roster full of impact players. I'm about to share everything I know right now, but before we dive in, make sure you've hit that like button, only if you're a true Denver Broncos fan. And if you've been riding with the orange and blue for over 20 years, I want to see your pride in the comments. Go Broncos! My heart bleeds orange and blue. The latest 7-round mock draft for the 2025 NFL Draft is out, and it's giving us a clear window into what the Denver Broncos might be cooking up. No hypothetical GM moves here. This is a real-world prediction of what's most likely going to unfold. And it all starts with the 20th overall pick, Omarion Hampton, the powerful running back out of North Carolina. Hampton is no ordinary prospect. At 6 feet 0 inches and 221 pounds, he's a tough, bruising back who's shown he can carry a heavy load. Back-to-back seasons with 15 touchdowns speak for themselves, and even after UNC lost star quarterback Drake May, Hampton didn't skip a beat in 2024. While he might not have that game-breaking burst or elite agility, he hits the hole hard and keeps the chains moving. He's a complete back, solid in pass protection, reliable in the receiving game, and a true three-down player. With the running back room needing a clear number one, this could be a home run pick for the Broncos. In the second round, Denver's attention turns to the trenches with Tyreek Williams, a defensive tackle from Ohio State. Williams is a massive presence at 6 feet 2 inches, 329 pounds, and brings some much-needed youth to a defensive line that's aging fast. DJ Jones is entering his 30s and is the only one of Denver's top interior linemen under contract beyond 2025. Williams might not rack up sacks, but that's not what Denver needs from him. He's a top-tier run stopper, a foundational piece for a defense that doesn't want another repeat of being steamrolled like they were against the Bills in the playoffs. Round 3 brings a bit of a wild card, Sevon Williams, a versatile weapon out of TCU. Now, he's not a classic wide receiver. He's more of a Swiss Army knife, part runner, part receiver, and all-around playmaker. At 23 years old, he's an older prospect, but that didn't scare off Payton last year with Devin Vale. Williams racked up 322 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns while also contributing through the air. In a draft class that's weak at receiver, Denver is opting for versatility over convention. Think Cordarrelle Patterson vibes. If he pans out, he's the kind of utility player that adds a unique wrinkle to an offense. Then in round 4, Denver addresses depth in the secondary with Oklahoma's Billy Bowman at safety. At 5 feet 10 inches, 192 pounds, Bowman isn't the most imposing athlete, but his ball skills are elite. 11 interceptions in his college career, including 6 in 2023 alone, show a knack for being around the football. Denver's safety room needs reinforcement, especially with Talanoa Hufanga dealing with injuries and P.J. Locke proving unreliable. Bowman could slide in as a crucial depth piece and special teams contributor right away. The 6th round is all about depth and competition, and Denver gets to work. First up, cornerback Corey Black out of Oklahoma State. Physical and swagger-filled, Black adds grit and tenacity to a cornerback room that's light on proven depth behind the starters. High-motor guys like Black tend to outperform their draft slot. He could stick around the league for a while if he channels that energy into special teams contributions early. Next is tight end C.J. Dippre, formerly of Alabama and Maryland. He's not flashy, but he's solid all around. And with the Broncos' tight end room being arguably the league's weakest in 2024, adding Dippre into the mix makes perfect sense. Outside of Evan Engram, no one should feel secure in that group. Competition is only going to make this room stronger. And finally, Jake Majors, a center from Texas. A 4-year starter, Majors doesn't blow you away athletically, but he brings smarts, consistency, and experience to the table. With Luke Wattenberg and Alex Forsyth both failing to cement themselves last season, it's time to shake things up. Majors could push for a spot in training camp and beyond. This mock draft may not scream blockbuster, but it's full of thoughtful, strategic picks aimed at solidifying weak spots and setting the foundation for long-term success. So Broncos country, what do you think about this potential 2025 draft haul? Did the mock get it right, or would you go in a different direction? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to come back for part 2 where we'll dig deeper into the impact of these picks on the current roster and what it means for the Broncos' road to the playoffs. What's your early grade on this draft? Let's pick up right where we left off. The draft might still be weeks away, but the ripple effects of these projected picks are already starting to take shape. Each selection tells us something about how the Broncos front office is thinking, not just for the 2025 season, but for the years beyond. Let's dig into what these moves mean for the current roster and who might be on the hot seat heading into training camp. Starting with Omarion Hampton, this pick doesn't just signal an upgrade in the backfield, it's a message. Javonte Williams is heading into the final year of his rookie deal, and while he's shown flashes, injuries have slowed his development. Bringing in Hampton, a guy who can handle a full workload and contribute in all phases, puts pressure on Williams and anyone else in the RB room to elevate their game. Payton wants a bell cow back who won't just survive the grind of an NFL season, but thrive in it. Hampton's ability to pass protect could also be the deciding factor in third down situations, a role that's often overlooked but massively important in Payton's offense. Tyreek Williams, meanwhile, is a sign that Denver isn't going to tolerate getting manhandled in the trenches again. Last year's playoff loss exposed some serious weaknesses up front, particularly against the run. Williams doesn't need to be flashy. His job is to clog gaps, command double teams, and let guys like Nick Bonito and Jonah Ellis do the flashy stuff off the edge. His selection also suggests Denver could be preparing to part ways with one of their aging interior veterans after the 2025 season. Depth now, insurance policy for the future. The Sevon Williams pick? That's where it gets fun. Sean Payton has always had a soft spot for hybrid weapons. Think Reggie Bush, Darren Sproles, Taysom Hill, guys who don't fit into a box. Sevon fits that mold perfectly. He's not here to be a WR1 or even WR2, but he could be the X factor. Motion him into the backfield, line him up wide, run him on jet sweeps. Payton thrives on unpredictability, and Sevon adds just that. This could also be a subtle indication that KJ Hamler's comeback attempt might be running out of runway. Billy Bowman's arrival could also shake things up in the secondary. The Broncos' safety situation has been unstable since Kareem Jackson's departure. Hufanga brings energy and instincts, but health remains a concern. P.J. Locke has had chances and failed to seize them. Bowman is a ball hawk. His track record of 11 career interceptions, including 6 just last season, proves he's got the instincts and hands to make a difference. Even if he starts out on special teams, don't be surprised if he's on the field during key defensive snaps before long. When you look at the later picks, Corey Black, C.J. Dipree, and Jake Majors, they all represent one thing: competition. Chris Harris Jr. famously made this team as an undrafted free agent. So did Shaq Barrett. The Broncos know diamonds can be found in the rough. Black adds swagger to a thin corner group. Dipree brings a do-it-all mentality to the weakest tight end room in the NFL. And Majors? He could very well outplay Wattenberg or Forsythe by the time preseason wraps up. Payton wants smart, tough, reliable players. These guys check those boxes. And here's a big takeaway. There were no trades predicted in this mock draft. That says a lot. It tells us Denver is likely standing pat, trusting their scouting, and looking to build depth rather than chase splashy moves. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes the smartest play is to stay patient and let the board fall to you. With only 3 picks in the top 100, every selection matters even more. This draft class, if it plays out like predicted, might not generate national headlines. But Broncos fans know better. These are the kind of moves that win games in December, that keep your stars fresh in January, that put you in a position to shock the world come February. So what do you think, Broncos country? Are these the right pieces to take us back to the playoffs and beyond? Could Amari and Hampton be the next great Broncos running back? Does this draft have enough firepower to fix the trenches, the secondary, and the depth issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're loving this kind of deep dive Broncos content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the next video on your screen. Go Broncos!